Very recently, I made a post on the Roblox Jailbreak subreddit asking people what vehicles they think should not have been retired and still should be purchasable today. And today, I will be reading some of their opinions and giving my opinions on the vehicles that they think should still be around. Before we begin, make sure to like this video and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a new video, and let's get right into it. The first vehicle we're going to be talking about today is the classic car, which was added on June 26, 2018, I think, to coincide with the new museum robbery update. However, 4 years later, in the January 2022 museum revamp, which it wasn't a revamp, they just redesigned the museum cosmetically, the classic car, along with the airtail, which we'll talk about later, was unfortunately removed. Now, the classic car's purpose was fairly simple, to serve an escape from the museum. However, I personally think that its retirement was completely unwarranted, as it fit the theme of the museum. You know, a museum is full of old things, and the classic car is an old car. And also, it just felt timeless in Jailbreak with its design. Like, it's not overly flashy like vehicles such as the Scorpion, but it's not as blocky and dated as vehicles like the Veyron, which we'll also talk about, and the Mustang. Its retirement was just completely unwarranted, and its replacement, the Badger, fails in every single possible way. The next vehicle we're going to be talking about is the Bugatti Veyron, also known as the Bruley, but I'm calling it the Veyron just because. Now, this vehicle was added in the June 2017 jewelry store robbery update and was retired in March of 2020 and replaced with the Chiron. Now, it received a pretty bad nerf in November of 2022, and many people will say that the Veyron shouldn't have been retired because of this. Well, I'm on both sides here. While I love the Veyron, it is pretty outdated in terms of its model, and it would have pissed off a lot of the community if they redesigned it. So adding a new updated Bugatti seems like a good way to go to me. But if they were going to nerf the Veyron later after retiring it, then why retire it at all, is my opinion. It feels like you're really just spitting in the face of the veteran player base, and I'm not a fan of that. So, the Veyron, I'm very split on both sides here. Next one up is the airtail, which was added in March of 2021 and discontinued shortly in January of 2022. It barely lasted 10 months. Now, the reasoning for the vehicle getting retired is Asimo wasn't happy with the model. He could have easily just, revamped it. Oh, no, apparently he thought that there were too many supercars in the game, because apparently escaping the bank in a red Mustang is so much cooler than a hypercar. In all seriousness, I think the airtail should have been around for much longer, and if Asimo didn't like how it looked, he could have easily just revamped it. But, there is trading, so yes, I'm in full agreement with the community that the airtail should not have been retired. And last, but I guess kind of least, we are going to be talking about the OG McLaren, or the Megalodon, which was added in December 2017 and discontinued in July of 2020. Now many people are saying that this was a good hypercar because there weren't many supercars in the $300,000 price range, but personally I kind of have to disagree with that. The OG McLaren was infamous for how incredibly slow it was, and despite the constant buffs, players were constantly complaining about it throughout the years. So the developers, by retiring it, were listening to the community. If the OG McLaren was just made to be faster than the Lamborghini, which was already much faster than it at a cheaper price, and the McLaren had managed to avoid all of the hate, then I would have agreed with this. But they did not make it that fast, and it was retired. But what do you guys think? Do you think that these vehicles should still be around today, or do you think that their retirements were justified? Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one.